first, we've got another Game 7 here inside the NBA playoff bubble. Man, these playoffs have been so good. The Nuggets overcoming a 19-point deficit with 22 minutes to go in Game 6 to force the rubber match. It's going to be tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern on ESPN, Deportes, and the app. Now, after the Nuggets' stunning comeback Sunday, Paul George and Nikola Jokic disagreed on which team has the advantage in Game 7. Take a listen.
We don't have pressure. I think the whole pressure is on them. We just go out there and have fun. Effort, I always say effort needs to be on a high level. Have fun and give your all best.
We're still in the driver's seat. I mean, it's not a panic mode. We got a Game 7. I like our odds with our group. We put ourselves in this position, and it's on us to get ourselves out of it. But it just comes down to what we do on Game 7.
You just heard Paul George say we put themselves in this position. Remember, all the way back to Game 5 on Friday, the Nuggets coming back from a double-digit deficit in the second half to save their season after they went down 3-1 in this series. Now, for Clippers fans, blowing playoff games, blowing series leads, that is something that has plagued the franchise since its inception. Since 2013, the Clippers been bounced out of the playoffs 5 times after holding a lead in each respective series. Most notably, of course, was that one back in 2015. Lob City held a 3-1 lead over the Rockets, only to lose that series in just heartbreaking fashion. Our former colleague, Carrie Champion, coined the phrase, "The Clippers gonna clip." I can't do it as well as Carrie. You can just hear her voice there. But it means that no matter how good things are, something will keep them from accomplishing their goals. Chiney, do you believe in this? Are the Clippers clipping before our very eyes? Or are they going to pull it out tomorrow night?
I think it's important that we mention that, of course, we all know Carrie is a Lakers stan, so she's, of course, going to say Clippers going to clip. But I do agree that they are starting to feel what it's like to be hunted. They've never been to the conference finals, never been to the finals. They can't relax, and they really need everybody. But most importantly, they need to create their own energy because the Nuggets seem to be, like, playing free. Paul George, even though he had 33 points, I think he had the team's worst minus 23. I don't know how that happens. And Montrezl Harrell, 6th man, super excited about that. He's a natural energy boost. But he's had his hands full with Jokic. They need him to play like the award he just received. And Lou Will is struggling more than we sort of expected. Kawhi, he's a robotic type of scorer. He had 25 points. But he's not like the most enthusiastic when you need to like galvanize and change the momentum. So they need to build their own energy. And I know it's that much harder in the bubble. I still think the Clippers have so much talent to get it done, but it's sort of like now you have a team that is playing free, feel like they have nothing to lose, and they're playing their best basketball, accordingly. So they've sort of dug themselves in a hole, but I think the Clippers are learning the lesson that they need, and they still have an opportunity to right the wrong with Game 7.
Guys, there's something going on here, and just saying that it's the Clippers losing focus or them, not, being able to hold on to a lead, it's more than that. The Denver Nuggets are outplaying them. The Denver Nuggets bench, which was supposed to be inferior to the 6-man candidates in Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell, the Denver Nuggets bench has been better. Their second half execution has been better. Their second half energy has been better. Their second half coaching has been better. Montrezl Harrell has not been the same player since he came back from being away. Lou Williams has not been the same player since he came out of the NBA quarantine jail there. This is just the facts. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to change the outcome on tomorrow night for Game 7. But this is not simply the Clippers, messing around. They are at the brink here. And as Doc Rivers said today, the Clippers, put themselves here. Nobody else. And it's up to the Clippers to get themselves out of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure Montrezl Harrell should be guarding Nikola Jokic after what we've seen the last couple games. Harrell had a good Game 4, though. So, I mean, it's one of these things that's a little confusing because I think I heard you mention this, Brian, that he's the 6th man of the year, not just of the team, but of the league. And yet he is not the 6th man off their bench in that last game, right? That Jermichael Green came off the bench, that they have not been able to use him as they wanted to. And it goes so much deeper than that. Just so many parts of this team not functioning together the way that they can. And we've seen them do it at times this season, but we have also seen them lack cohesion at times this season. And Game 7 is not a time for that. We will have to see if they can pull it together.